Hello everybody, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a brand new episode for a brand new series that I'm making, and this is going to be called the About series. And in this series we're basically going to be interviewing certain YouTubers, finding out about their history, trying to dig as deep as we possibly can and find out just why they got into YouTube. Other stuff as well, it doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube related, it can be all kinds of questions. Today we have Memeulous, and we're going to be asking him some questions. Obviously, he's got a very interesting history doing MLG and then getting into grime-related content, which is a very frickin' big jump. That's huge. So it's going to be very interesting to find out. All right, are you ready, Memeulous?
Yeah, I'm ready. Go for it.
Okay, so first of all, I want to know, what are your hobbies, your tastes, and your interests? What do you like to do?
This is probably the most difficult one. Like you sent me the questions before just for me to have a look at.
Yeah.
This is the most difficult one because YouTube technically, it's my hobby, but it's also my job. So it's a weird one. I don't really do much else.
Do you like using certain programs? Are you interested in the audio side of things? Are you interested in the production side? Or what really spikes your interest getting into technical things?
I don't know. I just like entertaining people. It's more the things I say that I focus on as opposed to some people... I've seen commentators, they go over the top with the visuals and that, and I don't think that's needed. If what you're saying is good, then it shouldn't matter what the visuals are like.
So you're just, your hobby is to be an entertainer. That's your hobby.
Yeah.
That covers quite a few things, and I think that answers that question very well. Why did you get into YouTube? Was there any particular reason?
Alright, this is a weird one. Literally, when I was about 11, I was at the park, and my mates were like, do you want to make a YouTube video? And I was like, alright. So I made a YouTube video, and then it kind of just went on from there. It was proper shit. It was just like what a general 11-year-old would make. It was just us fucking around in a park.
Low production.
Yeah. It was on a Taco Light, if you remember what they were. And then after that, I've had a few channels in the past, but some of them were actually the one I made when I was about 13. I had a proper camera and shit, but the quality was there. I think it's just the content was fucking atrocious. I had a fucking green screen and everything.
You did?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like what I did. I had a lot of production value when I was kind of younger into YouTube. So do you still have these channels? Are they still on the YouTube, or are they deleted now?
I think some of the channels are deleted, but all the videos off the channels have been deleted. So,
can you remember the names?
No chance. I can, but I'm not going to say.
Okay, all right. Obviously, you don't want anybody trying to look for them.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. So that actually kind of segues onto this question. How did you come up with the name Memeulous? Obviously, I know that you were doing meme-related content, but why the "ulous" on the end? Am I saying Memeulous correct?
Yeah, Memeulous. I wanted a name that fit in, that fitted in with montage parodies. So I thought meme. That's like a funny word. And then I thought it can't just be meme. So I was looking up it was meme-tastic or something, and I think that was taken. But Memeulous, so fabulous, then Memeulous. I don't know. It's a really bad story of how it came about, but it's just how it is. There's no crazy story. It's just I tried to make a funny name.
Yeah. Well, I think that's how everyone did it. Just get two names and then combine them together. I'm pretty sure that's how a lot of people found their names.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I thought there'd be some sort of story behind that.
Nah.
All right. So, who are your inspirations? Was there anyone that really got you into YouTube? This doesn't have to be strictly other YouTubers, by the way.
Well, no, not really. When I was 11, we just fucked around in the park. We just did it for fun. When I was about 14, I think I made my first gaming channel.
Yeah.
And Syndicate was a massive inspiration. I know this is going to sound fucking...
no, go ahead. No,
stupid coming from me. This is going to sound fucking stupid coming from me, but I used to make Minecraft Let's Plays.
Yeah.
And it's the stuff I take the piss out of now. But I was inspired by his Syndicate's Minecraft series back in the day. That was quality stuff.
Is it Mionite?
No, it wasn't that. It was the Minecraft project. That was a quality series.
Okay.
That was a quality series from what I remember.
I think we all did that. I think we all kind of did that thing. I remember I used to watch Yogscast and stuff like that. So I think we at some stage we've all watched certain kind of content creators that we don't necessarily watch now. I used to watch FaZe, and it's kind of a guilty pleasure because I still kind of do watch FaZe.
I do have a look at some of their montages every now and then because some of them just fit well with the music. I don't know. It's good. Some of them are nice.
Any other weird inspirations? Do you have any people completely disconnected?
For montage parodies, do you remember Snipers?
Snipers, of course, yeah.
Yeah. He was a massive inspiration. He was probably the reason why I started. I don't know. Pyro was a big inspiration as well when he was doing montage parodies to me.
Was Snipers the one that kind of blew up the whole scene of MLG?
Yeah, I think he was. He was definitely the biggest.
Tony Abbott Quickscopes Australia or something like that?
I think that was either Senpai Kush or Pyro.
Yeah. It was someone. I love that. That was the first one I ever saw. Okay, how did you grow your channel? Are there any specific tips?
A lot of it's just down to luck. But, when I was doing montage parodies, the main way I would get my videos out there was through a subreddit called r/montage parodies. Basically, you were guaranteed to get at least a few hundred views on your video if you put it on there. It was so active. It's dead now. It's dead now. But, yeah, I definitely got, like, my first, like, I don't know, small break off that. And then after that, when I started doing commentaries, the wall. Do you know who the Wall of Comedy are?
I have no idea.
They're like I think they're mainly like UK audience, I think. But they're like a massive Facebook page. I think they've got about 2.5 million likes.
Oh, okay.
And they contacted me asking if they could upload a couple of my videos, and they give me credit and stuff.
Yeah.
Every time they uploaded, I got about 1,000 subs off that. And that was pretty decent considering at the time I think I had about 50, 60k.
I think it's all about the social networking aspect of things.
Yeah. After that, I think I was on about 80k, and the YouTube algorithm just decided to promote one of my videos so much. Like, I think it got about 500,000 views in like a couple days. And
yeah, it was ridiculous.
And I got I was like 10 subs off gaining 10k in a day. On the first day I gained like 8k, then I gained nearly 10k, then I gained like 5k. Yeah, no, it was mad.
That video, does it have 1 million views yet? Did it break 1 million views?
It's on like 1.1 million, I think.
Jesus. Yeah, that was your video with Little T, was it?
Yeah, it was the Little T So Fast Spin one.
That video blew up. I remember you went from 80k all the way to like 200k.
It wasn't 200k.
Yeah, well, you blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the point. You blew up. But I think that I use subreddit as well myself. I think that it's important to tackle the social media aspects of things. I think that uploading to YouTube just isn't enough.
Yeah.
I think that you need to, branch out into Twitter, Facebook, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually cool because I've done a few of those things myself and I've seen a lot of success from it. So that's a very good tip. It does work. And obviously, with all this change going on, how did you manage your time when you didn't have it as a job? Were you in college and stuff? Was it hard to find the time?
Oh yeah, I was in college. But my college, it was a fucking piss about, honestly. It was. I came out with a really bad grade, but I'm 100% sure they fucked up my grade. Because basically, when I was there, they the way we have like BTECs here, they're pretty much for people who are fucking too fucking stupid to get into A levels. But we no offense to anyone that does a BTEC, I did one. But basically, there's like pass, which is the equivalent of a C, merit B, distinction A. I got a merit pass. That was like a BCC. But they fucked up one of my grades earlier in the year, and I had to remind them of that, and they had to mark it up. So I'm pretty sure they did that, but I just can't be asked to fucking fight it, because I'm not... Chances are, if I go uni, I'm probably going to go back to college or something and do A-levels, and then go uni or something. I have no idea. But right now, I don't really need the
okay.
I don't even want to go into... I did it in creative media.
Yeah, I think you've had a few bad strokes at that kind of stuff. Like you were mentioning your job that you had as well. The guy just bloody fired you for no apparent reason at all.
Oh, yeah. That was fun. He didn't like me, I don't think. It was like, I worked at a gym. It was like a kitchen in a gym. And, I don't know. The thing is, the weekend before, he had me fill out all these tests and shit. And then I think he knew he was going to fire me. So he was just trying to fucking piss me off by making me do all these tests. When I come in, he's like, "Can you come into my office?" I'm like, "All right." He's like, sits me down and he has like a witness there taking notes.
Are you serious?
Fuck. And then, yeah, I'm not joking. He's like, he starts, like, I'm not even joking. This is some interrogation shit. I'm like I think I just turned 17. And he's like, interrogating me.
He's trying to crack you.
Yeah. And then, have you ever watched The Apprentice?
Yeah, I've seen that before.
You know where they send like the candidates out and then
that's fucking ridiculous.
Wait to get told who they're getting fired. He was like, "Okay, I'm going to need a minute. Can you sit outside?" Like, this guy thought he was fucking like Alan Sugar or something. No, you're not even the fucking manager of the gym. You're the manager of the kitchen section. Shut up. And then he made me sit outside, and then he called me in, and he was like, "We're going to have to terminate your contract." And it was like 9:30 in the morning. I was fucking knackered. I was just like, all right, whatever. So I just left.
You just couldn't be fucking bothered.
Yeah.
You're like, you'll rue this day. You'll see me on YouTube. I'm going to meme you. I'm going to meme you in the future. No, well, so how did you actually manage your time? Was it easy or was it... So you said college was relatively easy. I'm more interested because I know that you did MLG. That shit takes a long time. That's not, like, quick to do.
It looks quick because it's fucking terrible, but it took ages. Oh, sorry, what was the question?
So was there any, like, methods that you used? Because, you know that I find it very hard to manage my time. Did you ever find it difficult? Was it even, like, a hard thing, or did it just kind of come naturally?
I don't know. I just kind of worked on it throughout the week. Like, I tried to post every week, but sometimes I post every 2 weeks. But with montage parodies, it didn't really matter, honestly. But like, I wasn't taking it seriously. I was just doing it for fun. Like, I didn't really care about sub count and shit.
It's like a side project.
Yeah. Whenever I got home from college, I probably like open Vegas, work on it for about half hour, and then come back to it the next day.
It doesn't feel like work as well. Once you really do enjoy it, it's kind of just like for fun. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even notice that you're really doing it. It's your hobby. It's almost like your downtime. So, well, that's cool. Now, I know that I heard this on your Q&A. And I know that it was a bit of like a daunting question for you to get because you didn't want to lead them in the wrong direction. Tips on how to make a living out of YouTube, and in your opinion, when is the right time to pursue YouTube as a career?
Right, okay. I don't know. There's not really any tips I can give on how to pursue it as a career because it's luck. It really is luck. The point where I think you should maybe do it say it depends on what your situation. Like, if you're like, I just finished college, I didn't get that good of a grade. So I didn't really have many options. I could go back and do something called a HND.
Yeah.
But that would cost me $5,000 a year.
It's ridiculous.
I know. And I don't even know if it's worth that much. And so I was just like, at this point, I think I was earning, I don't know, maybe, either $1.5 or $2,000 a month. And I was like, if I do this full time, upload every 2 days or so, I could make a living off this easy. So I just decided to do that. Yeah,
well, I think you have a good point because I think that if you're going to jump the ship, you should be earning a living from it. You should at least be earning enough to get by yourself.
Yeah.
I think that it's not recommended to take a gap year and work on YouTube if you're not even earning at least a stable income from it. You know, I don't think it's worth it.
I know if you're in a proper job, say earning like 30-40 grand a year, like you've worked your way up, you shouldn't leave your job to do YouTube full time if you're earning a couple grand a month off it. Like, stick at your job or whatever until you're earning a bit more, because you don't want to leave your job and then after a year of doing YouTube, it like collapses and then you got to like start from bottom again.
Would you say that you were certain when you decided to make that change? Were you certain that this was going to be something that was, you know, you knew that in your heart that this was going to work out for you? You know, you had no question in the back of your mind, like, maybe I won't be able to support yourself. You were like, yeah, this is definitely going to work out for me.
Well, I don't know. I haven't really got that much pressure on me at the moment because I still live with my parents. But, like, well, I'm only 18, so it's not really that tragic. But, yeah, I was probably going to take a gap year anyway. I was definitely going to take a gap year. And then, if it depends on how this works out at the end of the year. If this is still going on, if I'm still doing well, still earning enough, then I'll probably take another year out.
Yeah.
Just keep doing it like that. And if it ever gets to a point where I can't support myself, then I'll go back to A-levels or whatever.
Yeah, well, I think the main point is that you should at least be earning some money from it. I think that you know you shouldn't be jeopardizing your career that you have to go to YouTube if you're not at least earning a certain amount of money. Now, how has this affected your life? And another question that I thought was pretty interesting is, from your voice alone, have you actually been recognized?
I don't know. It's weird. No. The way I didn't, like, honestly, my parents didn't know about my channel until I hit about 100K.
That's ridiculous.
I know. And the way they found out was fucking weird. Because my brother was speaking to his mates over Xbox, and one of them goes to him, you know, your brother really sounds like this YouTuber called Memeulous. And then I don't know. Then I just hear my brother come in, and he's like, "Hello, Memeulous." I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Taking the piss a little bit.
Yeah, I know. He takes the piss out of it loads, but I don't know.
That's crazy. So, like, that's actually insane. So your friend was like, dude, well, your brother's friend was like, dude, I think he sounds a lot like Memeulous. You know what that reminds me of? That you're like a superhero. You really are. Everyone thinks that you're like, you know, this normal guy and you're Memeulous. You know what I mean? Like, how weird is that to you that you could be talking to someone and they could actually watch your YouTube channel?
Oh, that's happened. Well, I don't know. I went to my mate's uni the other week. His mate didn't really know I was there, and I think he was like outside the dorm, and he was like shouting up to my mate or something, and my mate was shouting out the window back to him like, "Oh, I've got friends over," and he was like, "Is Memeulous there?" Because I think he knew that he was friends with me.
Oh wow, yeah.
And then he runs up and he's like, "Hello, Memeulous." And then do you remember that video, like the top 10 savage YouTubers?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just comes in. He's like, at number 9, Memeulous.
That would be so weird to me that you could like even like someone like your boss or something. If you decide to go back to work, obviously you're gonna be doing YouTube for a while now. But you know, you could be talking to someone and they could have no idea it's you, and they could watch you like all the time, like every day. That seems crazy to me.
Yeah, I know.
How else has it impacted your life other than your brother being a little shit to you?
All right. I don't know. It's obviously I have a lot more freedom. Yeah. I guess because like before I say when I was at college I was only earning like £50 to £100 a month off this.
Yeah.
But now I kind of have the freedom to like I can go on like one day I could just wake up and be like, you know what, I could just get on a train and go somewhere.
Yeah. That's
just
awesome.
Do whatever.
So you can just you have the luxury to just like chill, just do things that you want to do. And because obviously YouTube is more of you'd still consider it a hobby to you.
Of course I've got to treat it like a job. Of course I've got to be consistent.
Yeah, but you still got that, it's still fun to you.
Yeah.
You haven't burnt out yet.
Nah, I think I think I burnt out last week. I was like, fuck, I need a break. So I took, I think I took 3 days off, posted the video, and then took another 3 days off.
That's actually interesting. I didn't have this as one of my questions. I deal with burnout a shit ton. In fact, I'm dealing with it at the moment. I haven't uploaded in like a month, and this happens to me frequently. Like I do this thing where I go YouTube, and then I went to Twitch, and then I come to YouTube, and then I go back to Twitch, and now I'm kind of sticking with YouTube. Do you reckon that there's anything that you can do that would really stop you from burning out? Because it's horrible. Burnout is the worst.
Yeah, regulate yourself. Like if you you can kind of feel yourself burning out coming. You can kind of feel yourself like beginning to burn out after a bit, and you're like, just take a day off or two.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you shouldn't it shouldn't get to the point where YouTube is everything you do. You live, breathe, shit YouTube. You know, obviously, even as a job, like you shouldn't still be doing that. It's not healthy. You know what I mean? You'll turn into someone like Leafy, where he fucking uploads every day, goes on Twitter, he has no extra time to do anything else.
Yeah, I just gotta say this, I don't dislike Leafy, like personally. I've never spoken to the guy, but his content has just gone
fucking
down,
decreased.
hasn't it? Like,
yeah, it has.
It's so bad. I can't sit through. Like every other day, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try and watch Leafy again. I sit through like 3 minutes. I'm just like, fuck, this is boring.
I can't do it. I used to be able to watch him, but now his videos go for way too long, and he just repeats himself over and over and over again. But
yeah,
I think
exactly.
He's a great example of someone who just does it too much and needs to take a break. I'm going to give Leafy the benefit of the doubt and say that he could probably be a lot more entertaining if he decided to make 3 videos a week instead of fucking 1 a day.
I really enjoy, I remember him, like, when the algorithm started promoting him, he was on, like, 80k subs. He made, story videos.
Yeah.
And they were really good.
Yeah, they were good. Burnout is a horrible thing, but especially if it becomes a routine for you and you don't really ever burn out, but you're just stuck in that cycle, it can just get really unhealthy.
Yeah.
So I really admire how you know how to balance things out and take like breaks and gaps, because you really need those. So I think your schedule is kind of just like whenever you want to upload, because you don't want to.
It's not. I try every 2 days. Like I'll post a video one day. The next day I'll maybe do a little bit of research. You know, get a few things down, and the next day I like record. Like right now I'm trying to like write not scripts but prompts.
Yeah.
Of like things to say. Because when I'm going back through editing, I'm like, I forgot, I could have said that. Like I had it in my head,
yeah,
but I just didn't say it. So I've got a little prompt.
I think that like it's the thing that I'm trying to figure out is finding that happy medium, because writing a script takes up a lot of time. You do write scripts for some videos, or do you just like write like I think it was one of your toy reviews or something you wrote a script for, or what? How do you do
toy
things?
Review?
The toy review channels?
It was the I think the clown one, one, newest. That's That's the first script I wrote in ages. It wasn't even a proper script. It was just like a vague script. And then the one before that, I wrote a script on was The Levels of Roadmen.
That's right. That's the one. Yeah. I think Sive helped out just a little bit. I think it was just brainstorming with him. Sive? I think you guys were just talking over it. He said that you were talking about the script and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think, it's really, I'm telling you, it's really difficult to write a script. So I think, so you're just kind of doing the whole dot point thing, or like, writing down like little notes and jotting them down and stuff like that so you don't lose them.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Because, I used to write 2,000 scripts. That bloody took it out of me. That's probably why
2,000 scripts.
2,000 words. No, not 2,000 pages.
Oh, yeah.
No, I used to write 2,000 pages scripts. No, 2,000 words. But that to me was difficult. And I think that's why I burnt out. Because I was spending every day on that. You know what I mean? And on top of the editing, because I did the whole animation thing as well. Totally and utterly burnt me out. Obviously I'm doing this interview here today, so I'm not too burnt out yet. So... yeah, yet. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll upload this and disappear off YouTube for another year or something like that. So obviously this is getting to more the silly kind of questions and stuff like that. Because I'm interested so you mentioned snipers. Why did you get into MLG? Was he a huge part of it?
Oh, no, honestly, I was just like, before I had a channel and I just burnt out. Like, I was working too hard on it. It only had about 4k subs-ish. And I was just like, I'm going to quit this. I'm just going to make a channel. I'm going to upload on it whenever the fuck I want. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. And I did. And it kind of worked out. Yeah. Obviously it worked out. So yeah, because I think that's one thing I'd ask you as well, because I've done that before. I've made a lot of channels. Do you recommend people to start fresh if they burn themselves out? Do you recommend that they stay on the same channel? Because this is actually something that I talk to my friends about, because I used to make a lot of YouTube channels. Anytime I got burnt out, I'd make a new channel. But then after a while, I felt as if that was really stunting my growth. So I just tried to stick to the one channel. So back, like this channel that you're watching this on, most likely, I used to do phase videos. Like literally on the same channel, I used to do phase videos. What's like montages?
No, just like the little cutcoms, like just cutcom stuff.
All right.
And I did that, and I also did the C-Nanas. Do you know C-Nanas?
Yeah.
I did that whole Gmod style video. I have if I go onto my videos, there are 3 types of videos that I've made. They're all completely different from each other. Like Gmod, prop hunt, and then phase videos, and then like whatever the fuck this is. I have no idea what my channel is these days. But do you recommend that people start a new channel if they feel like they're too burnt out, or do you recommend they stay on the same one?
I don't know. It depends on where you're at. Like if you're burnt out and you say take a week off, go back to your channel you were working on. But I'd say if your channel's big, say you got over 100,000 subscribers and you don't upload on it for a little bit, stick to that channel. But if you've only got a few thousand, then you might as well go on to another channel. Like my mate's having a problem with this at the moment because he's burnt out. And I think he's just changing the name of his channel. Yeah. He's got about 50k subs. He's just changing the name of his channel.
It's a huge problem because, you risk you risk having dead subs if you continue it. So would you recommend it? It depends. It's really like situational on what you decide to do. I think that if you have if you have a low sub count and you're just absolutely fed up with what you've done in that channel, would you say move on to another one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's good to start fresh and like completely fresh, not just change the name as well.
Yeah. I tried telling him like, you might as well go on to another channel because he's done this before. He's like burnt out and then stopped for like half a year and then gone back to it. And like, he only gets like 1,000 views per video ish. Yeah. I'm like, mate, like maybe you want to move on to another channel, but I don't know. I'm like, he's one of my best mates. So I'm just letting him do what he wants. Like whatever makes him happy. I don't care.
Yeah, exactly. So no, I totally agree because it's a horrible thing, burnout, and dead subs is another bad thing because you have some people have 100k subscribers and get like 2,000 views on their videos, even worse. So it is a hard thing to deal with. Consistency is definitely a big part of things. You need to stay consistent. Now, the next one, is MLG dead, Memeulous?
Yeah.
Is it dead?
Oh yeah, it's been dead for about a year. I'd say more.
Are you sure? Is it still alive?
I'm 100% sure. Like, there's that cheeky chap's guy. Hang on, I'm gonna have a look at his channel. He made like MLG Marina Joyce or something. One sec.
Do you reckon it can make a comeback?
No, it fucking can't. Okay, let's really. I don't hate Cheeky Chaps. It's just his channel is bad. Like, I'm not. Like, I'm sure he's a nice guy and everything, but MLG Pen Pineapple Apple Pen, MLG YouTube Heroes, fucking MLG Misha, MLG Marina Joyce and the Wonder Pets. God,
there's this guy. You probably know him. He has a Jimmy Neutron photo, and he does MLG videos.
That's him.
Is it him?
Yeah.
It's so bad, but it's so funny. I watched one of his videos, and he's like, he does this stupid shit in between them where he goes, "Wait, dude, Nickelodeon, you better explain why you got Sandy looking like she's on that good kush." It's so fucking weird. Like, he's definitely the last survivor of MLG, I'd say.
He's like a cockroach after a fucking nuclear blast.
Yeah. He still pulls in views though, doesn't he? Like, he still gets...
I know, he's doing well for himself. I think he's like he's on like 106k. His newest video has 157,000 views, 4 days. He gets views in that. He actually does get views. Yeah, he's doing well, but he's like, for everyone else, it's dead. Like,
I think for me, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, it's just weird to look back on it. You know what I mean? I think it's possible. Maybe it would come back if it was like considered like a retro thing to do. You know, you got those 80s themes and people are like...
but that's like aesthetic. I doubt in 20 years time people are going to be like making montage parodies as like part of an aesthetic.
It's dead. All right. Well, it's safe to say that it's pretty fucking dead and it's not going to come back most likely. Now, okay, so the next question is, I have no idea. I'm horrible with terminology. I watch all your videos, obviously, but I still am shit when it comes to the terminology. When did you get into making grime-related content? It's called grime, right?
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say I only make videos on grime. Like, a lot of the videos I look at in my videos are grime-related, and they're probably, I think they're the ones that do best. Like, most of the videos that I do about grime have over, like, 250, 300,000 views.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say, yeah, it's your most popular.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it started off, Little T was the first thing, and then that video got about 100,000 views.
Yeah.
And for me, back when I had about 60, 70k, that was a fucking lot. So I was like, alright, I'm gonna make another one. I was like, the Little T versus So Fast Spin Beef. And then that one took off. That one fucking took off. I remember just sitting there and seeing my like real-time views go up, and I was like, did someone give me a shout out or something? It was just going up and up and up and up and up. And like the next day I was like, surely it can't be better than yesterday. And it was. It just kept going fucking up. I was like, whoa.
I think it's a very niche category. It's just interesting to me because I think you're, like, to me at least, I'm not really, like, I don't search actively for that kind of stuff. But to me, I always say to people that you and I did find out about the Willeni guy. Willeni?
Yeah.
I'm fucking horrible with names. But I would say that, like, yeah, I considered you to be like a kind of pioneer, I guess, of that niche kind of grime commentary category kind of thing. Like the Leafy Pyro thing going on there. I really do feel as though, like, you kind of brought that, you know, community on. But I think it's still very niche at the moment, isn't it? Has it grown since you've done it?
There's definitely more people looking into, like, reviewing grime and shit. There's always been people reviewing grime. I think there was, there's a Big Nasty. He's like a rapper.
I've heard about it.
He look at rap videos and stuff. He's been doing it for years. But there's always been people looking at rap. But I think me and Will, we're like the first people that have taken off from like criticizing grime or whatever.
And it's okay to say that, like, own it, you know, like you are, like, I'm gonna say, like, without like fault, that you are probably a pioneer of that kind of niche category of like reviewing grime content, because I'd never seen anything like that. And then when I saw it, I saw your channel first, obviously, and then I saw Willeni's. I didn't know that Willeni was that popular, but apparently, yeah, he was just as popular as you at the time. I just didn't search for it actively. Obviously, there's this whole huge fucking problem with people calling people copycats and stuff like that. It's a huge problem.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah.
And it's not necessarily to do with the content, it's just because you're tied to it. Did you actually get influenced by anybody, like even Willeni? Did anybody kind of influence you to...
No, I didn't know about him until people started calling me a copy of him.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was like, I made my first Little T video, and a few days later I get a comment saying, you copied Willeni, and I'm like, who's that? So I looked him up, I watched his video, and I liked it, so I like subbed to him and shit. And then a few days later, he subbed back to me. Some people think that we have beef. It's weird, because I was at a party a couple months ago, and someone comes up to me and goes, "Fuck Will Lenny." And I'm like, what?
Just out of the blue.
Like, some people think that we have beef. We really don't. Like, yesterday I posted a video with Will Lenny.
I think that, because I didn't know about Will and E as well. When you were on about 80k, he was on about 30k? Is that right?
He was on about 30k. He blew up really quick.
Yeah, along with you, obviously. But it was one of those weird things, because I remember you highlighted it in one of your videos that, yeah, someone was like, "You're a Will and E copy."
Yeah.
And then I saw his channel, I'm like, what the fuck? I've never heard of this guy. But, you know, like, now he's just fucking skyrocketed along with your channel. And you're doing very well for yourselves. It's really good. Like, you've really kind of, you're bringing that niche category to the foreground. So I think that's really cool. So you obviously don't have any beef.
No, definitely not.
You weren't even inspired by him. You did this on your own accord.
No, I didn't know who he was.
That's interesting. Because a lot of people say that, you know what I mean? Like, they'll say, "Oh, you copied," and you genuinely have no idea.
I was actually playing the Little T video for months before.
Yeah.
Like, before Will Lenny did his thing, but I was like contemplating it, because it was like Little T's a kid. Should I really be doing this? And then I actually messaged Blackpool Bgmedia, and I was like, "You cool with this?" And they were like, "Yeah."
He's a shit of a kid. Like, he's a little shit. I don't know if, like, I think you can, hold his own against an adult. I think Little T has the capacity to hold himself against an adult if he's gonna upload those kind of videos to the internet. But I thought that was interesting. You and Will and E are both on 200k at the moment, right?
I think he's on about 250k. I'm on about 210.
Do you guys plan on doing any collaborations? Like, I know you've done one. Did you do one recently?
Yeah. I did one yesterday with him. He was in my video for about 2 minutes. We're planning on doing a thing like he does a bit for my video, and then for one of his videos in the future where it will fit in, I'll do a little bit.
There is no beef. There is no beef. They're friendly. I don't know. People are always going to call people copycats. It's just what goes on these days. Even if you are friends with them, they're still going to do it, which I find is ridiculous. But it's just YouTube these days.
Yeah.
Now, I mentioned before that I'm horrible with terminology and stuff like that. Okay, first of all, are roadmen connected to grime, or is there no connection?
Sort of. I don't know. I mainly I don't take the piss out of actual roadmen. Because those are like roadmen.
You don't want to fuck with them.
Yeah, the people that are in gangs and they like sell drugs and stuff. No, I make fun of the the ones that I parody, the other little, like, I don't know if you have these in Australia, or
I think we do.
There's like these little 13, 14-year-old kids in the puffer jackets in the JD with their JD scooters, and they like sit at McDonald's and try and intimidate people. Like, they're the ones I take the piss out of. I don't like that.
Well, I was gonna say, because I'm very certain that we actually have an equivalent, and I want to see if we can make the comparison here.
Okay.
We have a thing called lads in Australia.
Oh, we have lads, but they tend to be I don't know. They're not intimidating. They're just like,
no. Lads aren't intimidating. No, they're all like pretty pussy. Okay, so the way that lads are in Australia, maybe it's the same as lads in the UK, or maybe it's the same as roadmen.
I don't know. It's like cheap. Like, we have like cheeky Nando's lads with like the shaved side of the head.
Yes. And lads in Australia, let me just look up. The thing that they do is they wear Adidas caps, one of those bum bags. Is it a bum bag? The ones that they...
Are you serious?
Yeah, and they wear it around their shoulder. There's a photo right here where this guy's kind of like mimicking it. Let me just give you this is kind of... I don't know if that links you to a YouTube video or something, but that's the way that the
we don't have people like that. We don't have people like, it's just got the... No. We got similar people to that, but I don't know. They're not... They're on borderline chav. Borderline.
Yeah. Yes. That's it. And they're all into Manchester and shit like that, I'm pretty sure, like soccer and stuff. Yeah, that kind of stuff. But I'll have to actually like show you some videos, because maybe you might be able to make some lads and stuff like that, because it's interesting, because there's definitely a lot of similarities. Like, there's a kid in Australia that's as like way worse than Little T. I'm telling you right now. I don't know if I can find him.
Is that Percy kid?
I don't know, but he's so lewd in the shit that he's talking about. Like, he's talking about having sex with women that's like twice his age.
I think I've seen it. Do you watch Marcus Dibble?
Yes, Marcus Dibble.
Yeah, is it that kid that he
maybe
on there a couple of times?
Maybe.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, well, we'll have to talk about it.
I know who he is. Yeah,
but I think there is like a huge comparison, because we do. They're like really, they're pussies. Big pussies. They're like, you know, they will only talk shit to you unless there's like at least 50 meters distance or like, you know, a runway in between, you know, because then they have time to run away when they talk shit. So it's kind of, they're not scary. But obviously there's some roadmen are actually intimidating.
Yeah. But I know, I've spoken to a couple roadmen before. Like, I had someone in my old college class. I don't know if he was if I could consider him like a proper roadman, but I'd say he was on the border.
Yeah.
I think he said he used to be in a gang or something. I can't remember. I can't say this for definite, but
no,
he watched one of my videos and he seemed to like it. So.
You're like, thank fuck that he liked it.
I was like, yeah, but he was high at the time. So
I would be pretty freaked out if a gang member was watching a video where you're kind of being satirical and stuff like that.
They could probably tell it's a joke.
Yeah,
they're usually the ones that like clock on that it's a joke and that it's not even about them. It's about the like little fucking chavvy kids.
Do you think a roadman can take jokes?
I think most of them can sort of.
There's all kinds of roadmen. There's all kinds of different roadmen.
There are levels of roadmen.
Shades of roadmen, yeah. So give me some terminology. The words that they use, is it the same in grime and roadmen? Do they say the same kind of thing?
It depends. Like, I'm not a fucking roadman. I'm like the opposite of a roadman. So I wouldn't know. But I don't know. I don't really know that many terminology. I know the word yard. That means like house. Like, say if I'm coming to your yard, that means I'm going to your house.
I saw there's a guy that you have on your sub box, and I looked at his channel. He's really fucking good, and he's a comedian. And in his video, he was like,
"Oh, Stephen, is he the guy that made the How to Be Stormzy?"
I don't know. He made a video where he's got that like flute instrumental in the background, and he's like, "Oh yeah," and he's like trying to be like a roadman and stuff like that. I think it's the same person.
Yeah, him.
He said, "I'm gonna murk ya," or something like that. I don't. Oh, what did he say? What is that? Is it murk?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That means I'm gonna destroy you.
That cracked me the fuck up. I don't know what it is. It's such a weird word. I'm gonna murk you. In one of your older videos, just because I think it was your roadman one, you mentioned if they're gonna steal your shoes, they'll say a certain line. What is that line again?
Yeah. That was a joke.
Is it actually a joke?
Yeah. No. I don't think anyone comes up to anyone just in the street and goes, "Give me your shoes."
I was prepared to, you know, for that situation to happen if they ever came up and said that. If I was going to come to the UK, that's what I was going to look out for. So that was just a joke. Okay. I took that seriously. Like, you guys are fucking crazy. Like, not you guys, but the roadmen are fucking crazy. The terminology is so weird to me. I don't know if this is... Yeah, this is UK. Sound. What the fuck is that?
That means, so if you say something to me like, "Oh, I'll be there in 10 minutes," you go sound. That means, all right.
It means cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, sort of.
It's so weird. Like sound, mate. Like if anyone said that here, you'd get weird looks.
This slang word's the one that pisses me off the most. Peak. Because it has two different meanings, but they're both the opposite. The meanings are the opposite of each other. So one peak means very good, and the other peak means very bad.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
You invent new words all the time. You're crazy. Like UK is crazy when it comes to creating new words.
I know. I swear I hear a new few every week.
Yeah, because apparently sound just creeped up on everyone. It never used to, like, no one ever used to use it, and then all of a sudden it just fucking became a thing. I think there's a word called, I don't know if you use it, deadly. Like you say, "Oh, that's deadly." That's Irish. That's more Irish.
Yeah, we don't use that.
Yeah, I'm not going to compare Ireland to the UK. That's a bad thing to do.
I don't know. I don't know. People seem to think that we have beef. Like, I was in Barcelona, and these American girls came up to me and was like, "What's the relationship between England and Ireland?" I'm like, "I don't fucking know."
I think it's just like case by case basis, because like my dad's Irish and he's fine with, you know, UK people.
Yeah.
You know, he's fine with everybody, but there's a lot of people that are like, fuck those, you know, UK people coming over, taking over our land, and I don't know, like there's just like, it goes back like so far, but I think that if anybody has beef these days, they're probably going to be an older generation, to be honest. But yeah, so there's obviously any other terminology that's like really weird, like that it wouldn't make sense in other countries.
Not that I can think of, really. Not off the top of my head.
I just know that sound is the one that gets to me. Sound really fucks with my head because it's not even linked with cool. Like, it's just sound means sound waves. I don't get it.
I have no fucking clue. Like, your guess is as good as mine. Like, we just say it. It's just...
I think it's just going to hurt my head if I think about it too much, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to do a roadman test for you right now.
Alright, go on then.
So I came up with, I honestly, these are a few of... I literally went to your most recent videos and then tried to get some lines and stuff like that. So you'll probably get these all, most likely.
All right.
Okay, so this is kind of like a who rapped these lyrics. Like, you gotta name the person who rapped them. Okay, your mum's a doorknob, everyone's had a turn.
So fast spin, easy one.
Good job. All right. I don't even have the names down, so if you don't know who this person is, I'm not gonna know either.
All right.
This one might be a bit weird, but I think this stuck in my head, this line. Commenting shit, that's so sly. Commenting shit like I should die.
That's Little T.
Oh, shit. I thought you'd get all these. I did think you'd get all these. You're actually really good at this. Holy shit. This one is very... this really resonated with me. I liked this one. Sophie Aspen got gang banged in a white van by 5 men.
That's my man Dylan Brewer.
I maybe. Is it the guy with the squinty eyes?
Yeah, it's him. He kept tweeting me yesterday. He's like, you and Will are getting boring. It's like, mate, you said nan. Like, Will came back to him and was like, you said nan 20 times in your last rap. Like, who are you calling boring?
Do you know how I had to decrypt every one of these fucking lines? I had to decrypt them all. They're so difficult.
I have people. I don't know if it's just people outside the UK that can't understand what they're saying.
I cannot.
But I can understand them perfectly. But some people are like, "Fuck, this is like spider language."
Not a word. I do not know. Like, seriously, when he said Sophie Aspen got gang banged in a white van by 5 men, I had no idea what the fuck he was saying. Like, Sophie Aspen got gang banged by, like, really fast, and then like I had to decrypt it, and that's the best one that I had. So, was that the line that he said?
Yeah, yeah.
It's difficult. It really is, man. I don't know how you do it, because you say, like, what Little T says in his videos, and Little T to you is even harder to decrypt. So for me, it's impossible. Like, I know that you said, like, in one of your videos, you were like, I didn't even know what he said just then.
Yeah, no, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're just like, fuck.
But yeah, I did actually have to decrypt this all. So there's another one. These are more of the easy ones that I could understand. The rest, I had no fucking clue. I'm a bomb, Allah Akbar.
That's Little T.
Jesus Christ, you got that one as well. Okay.
I know.
All right, now this one, I'm trying to think, I'm pretty sure I know who said this one, but it was a weird line, and I don't know if I got it right. I'm dirty like a dirty toe.
Dylan Brewer.
Yeah, you got that one as well. Jesus fucking Christ, you do. He knows his stuff, people,
I know
okay?
my bgmedia.
You actually know your stuff. Like, I think you could actually... like, know any lyrics from any of their raps and you'd know. I genuinely do.
Yeah, I probably could. I don't know.
Do you think it's in their rap style, possibly? The words they use?
I don't know. I just remember words from songs easy.
Okay. That's interesting. Alright, so who is Stoner Guy?
That's Clarko. That's Clarko.
Clarko? What's his other name that he goes by? Is it
Corey.
C to the O to the R to the Y?
Corey. That's his real name, I think.
There we go. Corey. Clarko, Corey, Stoner Guy. I didn't think you'd get that one, but you did. Because I think you only recently talked about Stoner Guy. He only came under your radar recently. No,
I knew about him before, but Will made a video about him, and the videos were taken down for a while.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't do a video on that.
Are they all doing things still? Like, because of BgMedia, I know that they took a lot of the videos down. Are they still active?
They took
like
a
Little
few
T?
of the more shit ones down. They took Road Rage down, which I was very distraught about. They took down one from So Fast Spin. They took down a few. Hang on. I've completely lost my train of thought here. Fuck.
No, that's okay. I do the same thing. I'm so lucky that I'm talking to you because I do the exact same thing. I sometimes I'll just be talking. I do this thing where I think to myself. It's a weird thing. I'm naturally pretty decent at talking to other people, but I'll just think, how am I talking right now? How am I able to come up with stuff on the spot? And when I do that, I lose every track of what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's what I just did.
Do you do that as well?
Yeah.
You think, how am I talking right now? How are words coming out of my mouth? How am I able to say what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you just forget it all. Yeah, so don't worry about that. I do the exact same thing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people do. Maybe we're just weird. But this is going to be a finish to the lyric. Honestly, dude, I tried so hard to find what they were saying, and I couldn't. I really couldn't. I couldn't come up with 2 words that they were saying. But these are the only ones that I know. And this one isn't a lyric. Big up.
Jack Wilkinson on the cam.
Yeah, of course. These ones are too easy. This is literally like a cakewalk. All right. Yo, yeah, start the bifter.
I'm going to rape your little sister.
I didn't think you'd actually say that. Congratulations, though. You win the award. I wouldn't have said that. I was like, I wonder. I was talking to my friend. I was like, if I say, yo, yeah, start the bifter, do you think you'll finish it? Legend, you did it.
No.
Little T would be proud of you.
I've said it before in my videos. Like, I don't know.
It's such a weird line.
I know, I don't know how we came up with it. I don't know why they posted it.
You're yast. Well, okay, so what is bifter?
I've no fucking clue.
Even you have no clue.
No idea.
It's these weird terminologies. So, like, is the language different from where you are in the UK?
Yeah, Blackpool's more up north, so the slang's probably a bit different.
Where does all this BG Media stuff come from? It's a Blackpool?
That's up more north than me. It's pretty far north, I think.
Because, dude, when it comes to UK, when it comes to, like, even... I don't want to make this comparison again, but I'm going to. Even Ireland, different parts sound completely different to the other.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah, I know.
Like, in Australia, we all sound very similar. We sound like dickheads, really. All of us. You know, we all sound like dickheads. But in the UK, it's so different, so vastly different. I swear to God, it's like there's a barrier in between each of you. Like a controlled environment. It's weird. Are there any accents that you can't understand?
Scottish. Yeah, I can't understand Scottish for the fucking life of me.
It really is, like, for me, I have to decrypt it. And I honestly, BG Media, Sophie Aspen is the worst culprit of this. I looked up one of her songs and the audio quality is shit, so that doesn't help. I don't know a word she's saying. And I sat there for 5 minutes trying to figure it out on repeat. I could not, like, honestly, there's only, like, obviously if you're going to make a similar sounding word, I'd find it eventually. I didn't. So she must have been speaking some sort of alien language.
Which one was this?
This is, okay, she's sitting in some, like, plain room and she's got her Adidas blue Adidas. It's very unprofessional. It's not like a, let me look. I bet it's the first thing I'm going to type in. Sophie Aspen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Her singing video. Oh, here it is. Oh, no, this is just a guy talking about it. She's reading off her phone. She's in like a blue tracksuit top.
Oh, yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one. That was hard as fuck to like, for me to understand.
I couldn't really understand that one, I don't think.
You couldn't?
Nah.
It was impossible. I just remember, like, I was sitting there for 5 minutes. I couldn't come up with what she was saying. And the other guy, the squinty-eyed guy, I don't know what his name is. What is his name?
Clarko.
Wait, Clarko, or is it?
Yeah,
No, there's two guys with squinty eyes. The guy with that wears the snapback.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan Brewer.
The Sophie Aspen got gangbanged in a white van by 5 men was just...
Yeah, that's Dylan.
But yeah, I think there's definitely some parts where maybe they don't sound like English to anybody. Like,
no, definitely not.
The general public. They just don't, like, their words mix together and then it just makes some sort of foreign language. But yeah. Well, that's interesting. I think we've talked about a lot, and obviously I don't want to keep you for too long.
Oh, no worries.
You know, because obviously you're a superstar now, your time is limited.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to know, by the way, because I know that a lot of people kind of hate this. If people are taking the piss and they say, oh yeah, it's Memeulous, he's a superstar, he's a star, like, do you like or dislike when people kind of treat you like you're the top of the world, like you're a celebrity, or do you not like it?
I don't get it. I don't get why they do it. I'm just like,
you don't mind?
I've had people, I don't know, I don't really like, yeah, because I can't tell if they're taking the piss or not.
Yeah.
And I don't like it when they're like, oh, he's a superstar. Like, I'm really fucking not.
Yeah. Well, because for me, I've always, like, talked to you just like a normal person.
Yeah.
I think it's the first time you ever talked to someone, because I've talked to a bigger YouTuber a bit back now, and it was like, once you're exposed to that, it's not as, like, dazzling as you thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you think, oh shit, it's this crazy YouTuber that's, like, super popular and famous, and then you talk to them, they're just an average guy.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess this podcast interview is going to show that you are indeed a chill guy that's, you know, very much human as well. Because this is more of a more relaxed environment than usual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think in obviously in a lot of videos, people don't know this, but you actually do have to change the way you talk in your videos. Otherwise, you do sometimes you do come across as being dull.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's the same with me, because this is one thing that pisses me off when my friends are like, you're changing yourself in your videos. You're changing who you are as a person. And I'm like, you kind of have to.
Yeah, otherwise it will just be boring. Like, if I talk like this throughout my videos, it'll get dull. Like, you got to kind of have a bit of enthusiasm, I guess.
Exactly. Because I think I have a natural monotone voice. I think it's fine when it comes to podcasts, stuff like that, along that nature. But when it comes to videos, yeah, energize yourself a little bit. I don't want to bring this up to you. I don't know how you feel about it. Obviously, it's still on your channel, so you don't hate it that much. You used to do GTA mod videos.
Yeah.
And I noticed there's a huge difference in your voice. Huge difference in the way you talked. back then? Like, when did you develop your kind of personality that you have now? Did it take you a while to slip into that, or?
I don't know. I guess it was just a gradual thing over time. I don't know. I hated my microphone back then. My microphone was awful. I don't even think it was that bad. It was a Snowball. Fucking atrocious.
It's interesting. You know, your videos are like a lot different. I think you've got a different personality. This is also a way to show you, you know, anybody can do this YouTube stuff. You don't have to be an extraordinary person.
Yeah.
Obviously, Memeulous is an extraordinary person, but, you know, you don't have to be. You know, you can be normal and do YouTube as well. You know, Memeulous has shown that he went to college, he did shitty jobs, which is very interesting. I think we found out a lot about you, and obviously your viewers can see this and hopefully they'll connect to you a bit more. Are you nervous about putting this up, or are you excited, or, you know, because I know that a lot of people are very private.
Not really. It's not stuff that I wouldn't openly say. I try and keep private and YouTube, like my private life and YouTube life, as separate as possible. But yeah, I don't like going too much into my private life. But I don't know, it wasn't that bad. Like none of this stuff was like too personal. It wasn't like this.
Where do you live, Memeulous? What's your social security number? It wasn't anything like that. But we got to cut this off somewhere.
All right, okay, yeah.
And this is about an hour long now. So I think it's a good time. Memeulous will be on his way making his next video. What's that going to be on?
I know, Little T posted the video yesterday, so I might post today. I don't know. I'm tempted to post today.
Another grime video, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
And maybe you might come on again in the future. Who knows?
Yeah, sure.
Anyway, that was Memeulous. We'll see you guys in the next episode.